This is KE2BJW calling on talk group or Charlie or Reflector 030 Charlie Reflector. I'm doing a live and showing people a little bit about amateur radio and showing everybody a little bit about the different digital modes. And today we're demonstrating how DSTAR works. This is KE2BJW. So we'll be open for any calls. This is KE2BGW and on a live showing DSTAR. So just give a call sign and we'll see if we can get some people in. Over.
Yeah, the K2JW, KB2 BJW, there we go. Colliers WD8BP, Whiskey Delta 8, Bravo Papa. Name here is Mike, and we're located here in Cleveland, Ohio, bud.
Okay, very good. Whiskey Delta 8, Bravo Papa. I see that you're in Cleveland, Ohio. Well, thank you for coming back to my call. I'm just doing like a video demonstration showing my viewers how DSTAR works for amateur radio. And you're going to be on the air, with a demonstration if that's okay with you. Over.
Yeah, that's fine, not a problem. I was just doing some configuring here on the hotspot. There's a caller, so I thought I'd acknowledge your response.
QSL, and how are you liking DSTAR? And do you do any other type of digital modes besides DSTAR? Do you do like DMR or anything like that too?
Yeah, I have a couple of DMR handhelds that I use also on some of the other frequencies. I was doing some Yaesu system fusion, but I don't have any equipment here at this particular time. But 30 Charlie reflector here seems to be pretty busy, so I kind of went back to this, running an ICOM IC7100 here in the shack, and the antenna outside is a 2 and 440 antenna that are made by Comet.
Oh wow, sounds like you have a pretty nice setup there. The 7100 is a pretty good radio. I'm using the for DSTAR. I'm using the ICOM ID51. It's a one of the older HT models of the ICOM 51 ID51 series, but they do have other new ones out. They have the ICOM ID52, which is the newer model, and but they have a whole bunch of lineups with all different models of the ID. It goes, I think, all the way back to like ID 38 and on up. They do have quite a lot of models out of these particular HTs. Over.
for their dual band, I guess it'll be a tri-band mobile that's going to be coming out here pretty soon. Also offers some DSTAR stuff. So glad to see that Kenwood partnered up with DSTAR and has it on their equipment there. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But well, I'll go ahead and stand by here. There may be some other people that may want to jump in and give you a call. So good talking to you this afternoon, and maybe we'll catch you here again sometime on DSTAR or maybe on some other frequency as well. Have yourself a good day, and we'll talk to you again here possibly sometime. KA2BJW 73. Have yourself a good afternoon, and we'll see you later from Cleveland. WD8BP. So long.
Okay, thank you for your call. This is KE2BGW. We're taking calls for doing a live demonstration of DSTAR. If anybody else wants to come on and do a demonstration QSO, please your call sign, your name and location. Over. This is KE2BJW calling on the 030 Charlie reflector with DSTAR. Looking for any other callers that would like to come on and demonstrate the live for YouTube. Just showing and demonstrating for my viewers a little bit about amateur radio and a little bit of digital. Over. Yeah, so we just have to wait for other callers to come in. Sometimes people come and go. It's not always busy traffic all the time. But we do get people that come in and out. So we just have to keep putting call outs and see if we can get more people. This is KE2BJW calling on the 030 Charlie reflector. Looking for any other callers that would like to come on live and give your point of view about how you like DSTAR and everything and how you like to enjoy amateur radio. This is KE2BJW. We're just waiting for some calls to come in on the radio. And I'd just like to say welcome to everybody in my live.
Hey, N6 VNI.
N6 VNI. This is KE2BJW. You're my second caller. We're doing like a little demonstration live for showing DSTAR and amateur radio and your point of view of amateur radio. So if you don't mind, you're my second caller. So would you like to come up and talk a little bit about why you like and the benefits of why you like amateur radio? Over.
Yep. And we're
Roger, Roger. It sounded like you had a little break up there. I'm not sure if you're coming in on a repeater or if you're using a hotspot, but you did kind of get a little broke up there a bit. So if you could come back again, you said you were in Florida. I guess that caller was having some connectivity problems. Sometimes callers or people will get a little bit too far away from the repeaters out of the range and they can't get like a good solid connection. Sometimes they can't get a solid connection, so there are times that operators get too far out of range of the repeaters, and or if they're just walking around and they get out of range of their hotspots, and sometimes that can cause a connectivity to be not very clear. But I guess that happens when you get out of range. It could happen for any type of radio, whether it's digital or analog, depending on if you're within the line of sight of the repeater or if you're out of range. Sometimes it can occur. But we'll see if anybody else is on. Okay, this is KE2BJW. Looking for any other callers would like to come in and have a little chit chat. We are live. We're on a YouTube live right now, and we're just showing people a little bit about amateur radio, a little bit about the different types of various digital modes you can do. So this is KE2BJW looking for any other callers.
KE2BJW, this is AD4MC, Alpha Delta 4. Mike Charlie, name is Mike. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'd be happy to chat with you, especially to give a demo.
Oh, hey, Mike. Very good to hear from you. I'm glad that I believe you're my third caller. 84F or 8 Alpha Delta 4 Mike Charlie. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about why you like amateur radio, the benefits of it, and give us a little demonstration, tell us a little bit about digital, if you could, over.
Okay, Jason, I'm an old timer, but been interested in radio since I was a kid, and really didn't get my license until a high school buddy of mine and a work associate of mine really pushed me into it. So then I got into 2 meters just for FM mobile, and I found out that they were both extras. So that was annoying. So I had to get to be an extra class just to keep up with them. That goes all the way back to 1992. So that goes back a while. I've enjoyed many of the modes, including DSTAR. Have not been very active on DSTAR, but just put together or just reactivated a hotspot. I'm on RF through a repeater right now. I could continue the demo using a hotspot if you want something to compare it to. So this is in Atlanta, Georgia, going through a local repeater on RF. And on the next transmission, I can give you a call back using a hotspot with an HT to a hotspot. Back to you, Jason. KE2BJW, AD4MC.
Well, yeah, that would actually be very good, and then that way we can, see the difference between repeater and hotspots. That would actually be a really good idea to do. Well, I see you had a lot of experience, and you've been on the air for many years, and you have a lot of experience and knowledge. So that's pretty good. So we'll wait for you to come back with your call with your hotspot. KE2BJW.
KE2BJW84MC. So I'm using an HT going to a hotspot that's connected to Wi-Fi to the internet. So my total radio transmission is only about 4 feet right now, whereas before it was several miles. Just want to make sure you're still copying K2BJW84MC.
Yeah, Roger, your call, you were copyable. I hear you loud and clear. Well, very good. And the benefit about having a hotspot is for people that are don't have access to repeaters around their location, so you could connect into various networks with using hotspots, and you just did a demonstration on that, and I do thank you for you coming into the live. You can also check my YouTube page out. It would be and then it would be High Tech 80. It'll be at YouTube. It'll be High Tech 80. Over.
Okay, Jason, I see it's the same as your email address for the high-tech part. I'm looking at your QRZ page right now. Very good. Continue. I hope you get some other callers. I'm still in the hotspot, but it's nice to have the option of either RF or hotspot. K2PJW, this is 84MC. I'll be clear. Continue with the demo.
Well, thank you very much for the demonstration there, Mike. You have yourself a good rest of your day. This is KE2BGW looking for any other callers that would like to come on and say a little bit about what you like to do in amateur radio. I want to welcome everybody to the live. We are just doing a little demonstration showing you about digital and amateur radio.
KE2, BJW, KE2NK, New York.
Kilo Echo 2, November Kilo. Yeah, hello there, Joe, or Joseph, whichever you prefer me to call you. Welcome to the live stream. We're doing a live demo or a live demonstration showing people a little bit about amateur radio and a little bit about digital. How long have you been an operator for? Over.
Good afternoon, Jason. Joe is fine. Name is Joe. Joseph is too formal. I've been a ham since 1987, and I took like a 20-year hiatus between 2000 and 2020 where I got married, had a family, and still have a family, and came back on before the pandemic hit, so, and been going strong ever since.
Well, very good. Well, it sounds like you've been having a lot of fun with the hobby, and it is definitely a lot of fun to learn different things and them, learning things over the years, and learning how to do a little bit of everything. And now, do you do any other type of stuff besides digital? Do you do like HF or CW or anything like that?
No, I don't. And it's mostly because I don't have the gear right now. Okay. And honestly, the wife won't let me put any antennas outside, which is okay. So, besides, I can talk around the world about digital, so I'm happy with that. I'm about 60 miles east of New York City, out here on Long Island, New York, about halfway between the city and Montauk Point, which is the eastern tip of Long Island.
Oh wow, very very good, very good. Well, that's okay. As long as you get to at least enjoy some bit of amateur radio, at least you have a way of making calls and talking to people and stuff. That's what it's all about. It's about making contacts and finding people to talk to and making friends along the way. If you would like, you could check out my YouTube page by going to. It's the same. If you go to my keyword Z, you can also find a link right on my keyword Z page. You should see my YouTube page there. You can click it and you should be able to see you see and hear yourself live over the air. Over.
Yeah, I'm on your page now. I'm on your main page on YouTube. I didn't click on the live link yet because I didn't want to get any feedback. So I'll check it out. Thank you. I'm not going to hold it. I have to get back to what I'm doing, but I want to just break in there for your demonstration. Good talking to you, and I'm sure we'll talk again. KE2BJW, KE2NK. Take care. 7-3.
Yeah, 73 Joe. Thank you for your call today. You have yourself a good day. This is KE2BJW looking for any other callers. We don't want to hold up the group here too long in case somebody else wants to use it. But if anybody else would like to come in and get to uh, tell us a little bit about amateur radio, what you like about it, and this is KE2BJW looking for any other callers.
KE2BJW, this is G4 SEP, call for Sugar Echo for Bar.
G4 SEP. Hello there, Chuck. My name is Jason, KE2BJW from upstate New York. Thank you for coming in. We're doing like a live stream or live demo to show people a little bit about amateur radio and the benefits of the digital and stuff. So maybe you could share with us what you how you think or what you like about amateur radio.
Yeah, fine business, Jason. Yeah, very good afternoon to you. It's good evening here. It's just got dark and it's very cold outside. We're located on the northeast coast of England. I'm about a mile from the North Sea and south of the town of Grimsby in a small village called Tetney. I've been licensed since about 1980. Jason, originally with a B-class license until I took the CW test and then became G4SCP, of course. And I'm new to digital modes, or relatively new, 2 or 3 months. I'm going through a hotspot, an open spot 4. I do cross mode as well, because this particular unit will allow me to cross mode to Brandmeister or to YSF reflectors and some others as well. Although I haven't tried them as yet. And we also do digital modes, SD8, SD4, although it's mainly the computer doing it, isn't it? It's very much working, I think, Jason. I'm 80 years old now, so I try to keep up with the technology. And we also do some satellite working on this 9700 I'm on at the moment. And the main rig is FTDX10 with wire antennas there. I really enjoy it. I can get in here for an hour or 2 at night and then go and join the wife and watch a bit of television. Anyway, back she comes, Jason. G4 SEP.
Well, thank you very much, there, Chuck. Thank you very much for coming on. And yeah, the open spot fours are pretty good. Pretty good open spots that allows you to do various digital modes. Allows you to connect to different digital modes and stuff. Well, thank you for your call, and you're more than welcome to check out my YouTube page. If you go to my keyword Z, you should be able to see the link to my YouTube page, and you're more than welcome to check it out. And if you like, you're more than welcome to subscribe if you like or follow. You have yourself a good day there, Chuck. This is KE2BJW. We'll have time maybe for a couple more calls. This is KE2BJW looking for any other callers.
Yeah, fine, Jason, all copied. Yeah, the other thing I do with Ricky is PSK 31 as well. So I enjoy that. Anyway, that's a 73 to you, and good luck with the video and everything. Bye.
This is KE2BJW. We're here on the 030 Charlie reflector with DSTAR. We're just going to be looking for any other callers that would like to come up and would like to tell us a little bit about your experience with amateur radio. So any other callers? KE2BJW. Hey, thank you for coming into the live. And this is what we have for a setup right here. The ID 51. That's what we're using. And yep. But thank you for coming in there, Chuck. This is KE2BJW calling on 030 Charlie. We're taking calls and doing a little demonstration here on a live. If anybody would like to come on the mic or come up on the mic and share your experience with amateur radio, why you like it, and just to show people what it's all about. This is KE2BJW. I guess a lot of people might not be on their radios, or they're just, or they're there could be people driving, and there could be lots of reasons. Sometimes people get out of range. This is KE2BJW. Yeah, you sound like you're over driving a tiny bit with your mic, or you might be talking a little bit too close there. But if you can come back, try adjusting your mic gain, maybe. Over.
Okay, well, really, after just for the microphone goes a little bit low. And the call sign is go through the mic down there, right?
Roger. Well, I do copy, but you sound like your mic is a little hot. You sound like you're over deviating a little bit. Maybe try to talk a little bit further away from your mic, or do a little bit of adjustments to your mic gain there. Over.
Well, thank you very much for that. I put it very low down to 24% now. And of course I was told zero in the United States, and the name is Richard,
Okay, Richard, nice to meet you. And we are doing a live on YouTube, and we're showing people a little bit about amateur radio, and we're just showing the our audience on different digital modes that you can do, and things that you can do inside the amateur radio to make the hobby fun. So, how long have you been an operator for?
Well, 2019. I think about 1995. And I'm using my iPhone to this at the moment. I've got a radio I can use, but I'm actually using DSTAR. And also the audio, I've got it set at 24%. It's not too much. I live on the southeast coast of the UK. It's dark now and it's crashing down with rain out there. But I'm pleased I managed to get this to work on this. So also the audio is all right at 24% over.
Roger, Roger. Well, well, I'm glad that you got to come into the call. We're gonna take some other calls. So, if you could stand by, thank you for calling. Check out if you could go to my QRZ and check out the YouTube link. You can click there. You can be able to check it out, and we'll look for any other callers. This is KE2BGW looking for any other callers that would like to come in and do a little demonstration with us with amateur radio. Over.
KE2BJW N7 HUV. I got the time wrong on my appointment.
Hey there, Richard. Welcome back. Hey, Richard, we're doing a little demonstration on the YouTube Live. You timed it just right. Yeah, we're on a live right now on the YouTube, so maybe you could come on the mic and tell us a little bit about why you like amateur radio and your experience of why you like amateur radio and tell us what your favorite digital modes are.
I like amateur radio because of the variety. Everything from HF and FPAs on up through the digital modes. I've got a Shark RF mic that I've programmed to do DMR, DSTAR, C4FM, All-Star, TGIF, and a few others. Anyway, back to you, Jason.
Well, very good there, Richard. You're using the Shark RF mic. Very, very good. I noticed though that I don't know if it's a normal thing, but I noticed with people using the Shark RF mic, that the audio is very low, the audio is very low. Like your mic is very low, and you might have to turn up your mic gain a little bit so I can be able to hear you a little bit better. But I did get everything that you said, and so you did not have to go through your appointment. Well, that's good anyway. But yeah, if you would like, you can go to my QRZ page, Richard, and you can click on my YouTube link, and maybe you can check it out, and you'll be able to hear yourself live over the air, and you'll be able to see my YouTube channel there. Over.
okay. I didn't miss the appointment. It was just later than I thought. I take off here in about 45 minutes.
Okay, well, 45 minutes. Okay, 45 minutes. Well, that's good. Um, is there any other callers that would like to come in? They would like to do a demo with us. We'll have time maybe for a couple more contacts. This is KE2BJW.
Yeah, this is 06, my Mike. See, I worked you before, Jason, in New York. It's chef out in Oldham, Manchester, England. Yeah, if you're doing a thing, then it's the best thing. It saves you a lot of money if you think about it. Saves you a lot of money on phone calls. You know what I mean? I'm a cheap, I'm a bit of a, what do you call it? A bit of a cheapskate, I can get away with it.
It's not too
You know what
hard.
I mean, Jason?
It's not too bad.
KT2, Bravo, Julia, Whiskey, take it.
Okay, very good. George 6, Mike, Cicera, very good. I see that you're using the 4100 there. How long have you been how long have you been operating on amateur radio for? How many years? Over?
Hi, Jason. I was first licensed in 1980. I didn't go on the air till Broadway, because I only had an handheld then. I was a service engineer on machine tools. So I only had an handheld, and the big box things that we could buy for a couple of quid now was very expensive at the time, like the icons, the trios, and all them lot. So we only had an handheld, second hand at that. And that's how I started in the 80s, and I've been licensed ever since. The age as well. Well, as I said, I've always been on it. I mean, it's taken me a long while. Because when I moved, unfortunately, me and the wire had to move with it. You know, when we went to the other house, and there's no way I could put a long wire up. Because it's a bit too, how do I explain it? Too high for morals.
Yep.
They don't want this because it'll make the place look untidy. Or, what was the other comment I had when I moved here?
I've been using radio
I hope you know
for
what the ridiculous area you don't like having in your other house.
2 years.
So I abandoned it for a bit. But I did in the end. Although, I had, what do you call it, 7/8 mobile area on a plate. You like it? On a plate, then, with RD58, because the other cables weren't available, they weren't very expensive. And so that's how I started up. Then I bought my first set, which was, what do you call it, a trio 9130, which, by the way, Jason, I still have. And it still works perfectly on SSB. Anyway, I'll pass it back and then somebody else can jump in. But there's quite a few, there's quite a lot of us that are using this system now. We're chucking the long wires away now. There's too many whistles and bells on it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, K2BJW, L6 by Mike Sierra.
Well, very good there, Jeffrey. Sounds like you had a lot of experience there. Well, that's what it's all about, is enjoying yourself and having fun and meeting new people and talking to people in various places. Well, very good. Well, we'll have time. We'll maybe have time for a few more. And Jeffrey, check out if you can go to my Keyword Z page, you can check out my YouTube link there. And if you would like, give yourself a follow or subscribe. You can be able to see that hear yourself live on our live stream here. Very good. We'll take more calls. This is KE2BJW looking for any other callers. While we're waiting for any other calls, you can if you want to get your amateur radio license, you can there's 3 level of licenses that you can get. There's a technician's license, there's a general's class license, and then there's the amateur extras license, which is the highest level license for more experience. Like it's very advanced and stuff. The higher you go, but to start out, if you would like to get your amateur radio license, you can try studying for your technician's license, and you can go to hamstudy.org, or there's some free online websites where you can go and study for your to take your test. But it's absolutely free. You can study online for free, and you can be able to study online, and you don't have to pay for it. Until when you're ready to go get your license, then when you're ready, you have to create an FRN on the FCC webpage. They have a place where you can create an account, and you have to make an FRN account because your FRN is the number
KO4HWB
and you identify.
and listening.
All right, we'll take another call. This is KE2EJW, Kilo Oscar 4 Hotel Whiskey Victor. Hello there. This is KE2BJW. We're doing a little live demonstration here, sharing a little bit about amateur radio. So if you would like to come up and share with us your experience and what you like about it, and over. You're very welcome.
KE2BJW, KO4HWB. Yes, very good. You say you're doing a live stream on YouTube?
Yep, that's affirmative. We're doing a live, and we're sharing with the audience, showing our audience about amateur radio, and we're showing our audience on like the what type of things you can do in amateur radio. And I would like to maybe you can share with the audience what you like about amateur radio, what got you in the hobby. Over.
Sure, I'd be happy to. Well, I had a shortwave radio when I was a kid that was my dad's, and that kind of really fascinated me, just kind of tuning in and hearing, crazy number stations back in the day, and hearing people from all over the world. And so that's what prompted me to get into it. But, for people that are new, there's no shortage of things that you can do. I kind of, I'll bounce back and forth between DSTAR and the digital modes and doing HF and DXing, talking to people from all over the world. Got some antennas set up specifically for satellite work, which is pretty neat when you can contact someone via a satellite that has a repeater on it. You get a QSL card for them, a week or so later in the mail. It's pretty cool. I do a little bit of SSTV, and making contacts that way, exchanging line and signal report, which is pretty awesome. So, and then just meeting people like yourself that just that randomly pop up. You never know who you're going to meet, and there's some real interesting, very smart people in the hobby. So yeah, there's just a whole array of reasons and things you can do with ham radio. It's not just getting on the radio and talking, although there's nothing wrong with that. I love doing that too. Back to you.
This is KE2BGW. Well, thank you, Kurt. Yes, absolutely. Amateur radio gives you the ability to do lots of different things other than talking. You can build things. You can build antennas. You can fill around and build your own electronics. I know there are a lot of electronic engineers that get involved with amateur radio because they enjoy like the technical aspect of amateur radio, like building and creating projects and stuff. So that's one exciting thing about it. And yeah, there's lots of different things you can do with amateur radio. It's so large and so big. There's a lot of science involved in amateur radio. And have you ever even had any contact with the International Space Station?
It's funny you should mention that. I have not spoken to anyone on the International Space Station yet because the timing's got to just be just right when they're on the air and then they're going over in your vicinity in the world, wherever you're at, hopefully right above your house or wherever your shack's located. But a couple days ago, I did make a few contacts through their FM repeater, which is usually very reliable. And so the space station has to be going pretty close to over my house. So I tuned up the frequencies for that. And then I use Ham Radio Deluxe that will automatically shift and compensate for the Doppler effect of whether the whatever satellite is coming or going, so you don't have to really control the VFO knob yourself, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so haven't spoken to any astronauts yet, but I have used the repeater to make contacts. Over.
Well, very good, Kurt. I'd like to thank you for coming into the live and sharing with us about amateur radio and sharing with us about what you enjoy doing. And if you like, you're more than welcome to check out my YouTube channel. It's also listed on my QRZ channel on my QRZ page. You're more than welcome to go there and maybe you'll check out my live a little bit later. You'll see that you'll hear yourself on the live. But thank you for coming on to the on board here. This is KE2BJW. Over.
Yeah, roger that. I appreciate it, the offer and the warm welcome, and I will definitely check it out. So with that, I'll let you get back to trying to pick up anybody else that you want to bring in. But it's been a pleasure, and hopefully I'll catch you further down the log. KE2BJW, this is K04HWV 73, and back to you.
All right, Kurt, 73 to you. You have a good day. This is KE2BJW. Is there anybody else that would like to come on the live and tell us a little bit about why you like amateur radio or your experience with it? This is KE2BJW. Over. Oh yeah, the licensing is it's really not that difficult. With taking the technician's license, it's pretty. It's the basic entry level of amateur radio. That's what the technician's license is. And basically, you can learn, like the rules, regulations. You can learn about safety. They talk about safety, rules, regulations, and safety, RF exposure, and they'll teach you about RF exposure, and what do the do's and don'ts basically. So it's very not that difficult to learn, and there's lots of different things you can do to study. You can watch YouTube videos; they will help you study, and in fact, there are a lot of amateur radio operators that like to use um, amateur radio prep. I think I think it's prep, amateur radio prep. I think that's what it's called. And you can pay for a service. You can subscribe to it, and they will actually you'll get like a whole package where they'll teach you everything you need to know about amateur radio. It's called It's called Amateur Radio Prep or Ham Radio Prep. You can find that on the web as well. And so some hams learn by that. But there's lots of different ways you can learn. It's just the basic entry level, and then once you get more into the more advanced stuff, you can learn about how propagation works, and you can learn about propagation, different levels in the ionosphere, how sporadic E works, and there's a lot of information. You can learn a lot of information, and you can learn even information. You can learn about solar weather, and there's lots of things you can learn in the hobby. But to get involved in the entry level really isn't that difficult. It's more or less common sense. There's children the ages of 5 and up that have taken and passed their technician's license. So this is KE2BJW looking for any other callers. I'll probably have time to take one last call. Is there any other callers that would like to come on the live? And we are doing a live demonstration, telling and sharing, with my audience on what amateur radio is about, and what you enjoy and like about the hobby. So if anybody else would like to come on the live, this is KE2BJW listening for any other callers.
KE2BJW N7HUV. I tried getting on your YouTube page, and my computer's messing up, so I'm not going to be able to get on it.
Okay, that's not a problem there, Richard. Maybe you can when you can available, or when you're able to when you're able to check it out. And we're about ready to wrap up. We're just waiting to see if we can take any other calls, and then we're going to return it back. We're going to return this back to regular amateur reuse here in a bit. So is there any other callers? Any other callers? Call now, KE2BJW. I don't think we're going to get any more. Okay, this is KE2BJW. We were doing a little demonstration on amateur radio. I'd like to thank everybody that checked into this net and sharing your experiences with amateur radio. I like to return this back to regular amateur use. This is KE2BJW out.
Show. Oh.
Well, there you go, everybody. That's what it's all about. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me live. And we're going to wrap things up for now.
This is a frequency in use.
KF8UU.
So we'll just say it's free.
K0NHO, listening. G0.
Okay, F8UU, Myring.
KF8U.
Thank you for everybody for joining. And everybody have yourself a good day.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
You, I think. G0NHO.